Hi everyone, and welcome back to Scrap Edit Creations. I'm Diane, and today we are going to be making a birthday card using the Scoops and Sprinkles stamp and die set. So let's get scrapping. Today we are going to create a fun card. So I made this yesterday and I didn't have enough time to record. I needed to kind of get my ducks in order with all the supplies for this because I am cutting these for a bunch of people that I promised a card class to. So it'd be more like a card kit. And so this is their instructions on how to assemble it when they take this kit home. And there'll be 5 different cards, and I will do them slowly over the next week or so. But this is the card number 1, and it is a birthday card, and it is so cute. I love it. I fell in love with this stamp set, which is called, goodness, Scoops and Sprinkles. Now, it's a little unique because you get these squares, which is really cool. Let me show you. Let's see, maybe with this. So you get these little triangles, you get the stripes, you get splatters, and then you get the crisscrossies for the cone. And then you have the dies. So if you had a situation where you needed something with this crisscross or, any of these patterns, you can use that because, let me grab them out over here. They are, and I know this has white paper on it because I used the white ink, and it is very messy, and I don't want it on my little black mat here. But I did these individually because I've got to stamp like 36 cards. So yeah, quite a bit. And this helps me out. So this one right here is its own little pattern. Okay, then we have this one. And we have the triangles and we have the stripes. And it's just this square. It's not the shape of the, whatever you're going to cut out. You cut that out of this square. And so that's kind of a cool thing because then you get multiple uses for these stamps. Like these would be great for letters. Might do that soon. I've been thinking about it. Okay, so it does come with the dies. I don't believe you can get it without the dies, but I have no idea. If you can, I will link it below because if you're not interested in this part, I honestly couldn't see not having both of these because it's really a cool set. Okay, so what I did for these is I stamped this one in on Sundance paper, Sundance Light. And then I used Sundance ink with the splatters. And then this one has the triangles, and that is on Melon Light. And then this is Honey Butter. I just can't remember if it's light. Yeah, it's light. Honey Butter Light. And then this is Kraft. So here we have Kraft, and I stamped that with the white ink. So we've got the White Daisy ink, Sundance, Melon, and Honey Butter. Okay. And that's pretty much all you do for the ice cream. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of set those up there because I need to have them for tomorrow. I have this about 12 inches of string. This is a string that I have left over from my Stampin' Up! Days. This piece right here, I used this embossing folder. And on this one, there's kind of a line right here, which I'm not loving. This one didn't have it. But I think I used a different mat when I did this one. I'm still never 100% sure how to emboss with my Gemini. It's kind of one of those weird things. But I did just emboss this. And this is kind of just a texture. And what I like about it is that you can kind of get a little texture in here without putting too much. I guess just too much. So there we go, see? And then we have, okay, so let me set this up here and let me grab this. Okay, wait a minute. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. Of course, I'm using Perfectly Imperfect patterns, and I'm just using this small one right here on these squares, which these squares came from this die. It is a Slimline frame one. I don't know. It comes with this piece, which has the stitching, which is really cool. And then it has these little pieces, which have the stitching. I left them attached to this because it's easier to move this right now than it is to move other things. So that's why that's attached to the thing I'm cutting them through. These are flat. Each of these are popped differently, and I'll try to explain those, try to remember to explain those as I'm adhering them. So first I have to kind of prep some stuff. And we have, let's see, Lagoon is just for the words. This one. So I am going to add some Glacier to this base, which is a Slimline card base from Close to My Heart. I'm going to be sending, because each of these cards, the girls in my kit will get 2 of each of these. So you'll have 2 of this card in your kit. These will be pre-inked. Okay, so we've inked that. Now let's ink this one. Just a little bit of ink, just kind of giving it a little, I don't know, a little oomph. Not too much. I don't want, it to be like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of ink there. I want it to be like, oh, that's so sweet. Kind of the difference in that. Okay, so this one, like I said, is a Slimline card from Close to My Heart. It is closed 3.5, so this would be 7, scored in the center at 3.5, and then it is 8.5. So 3.5 by 8.5, and then of course it opens up. This piece right here is 3 5/8 by, I think, 8 5/8. Yeah, 8 5/8. 3 5/8 by 8 5/8 of Glacier Dark. Glacier Light, I want to say, is 3 by 7 7/8. Okay, and so this one right here, what we're going to do is add ink to the whole thing. Just because I wanted it a little darker, not too dark, but just a little darker. So I just kind of brushed ink all over the other one. This one looks like it's a little darker than I want right up here, but we'll just, go with it. The other thing that kind of does is rubbing it over, because there's that white core. It kind of brushes that open too and kind of works around it, because this embossing folder is a really tight one. It does really break down those paper fibers. So be very careful if you have this embossing folder. Any embossing folder that you really like would work well with this. So just have to be careful not to damage it. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Doesn't that look just cute already? Aside from this line that I don't care for, but this is a sample. So all the other ones I will work very hard to figure out how not to have that on here. Okay, so then we have these 3, and I'm just going to go around the edges on this, and then we are going to stamp some splatters. Again, everybody in my class that gets this card kit will have these pieces done. So I will mention in the email where you can jump to for just the assembly part. If you do want to see the whole process because you want to create more, this is a great way of seeing what I've done. Okay. So we have the sponging. Oh, I still need this. Okay. And now we have these little splatters. And so I just kind of went up and down, kind of all over. Tried not to be too perfect. And that's the reason why I used this stamp, because it doesn't have where is it? It doesn't have this splatter right there. I didn't want anything that had a definite pattern to it. And this one, being able to use the dots on this is a lot easier because it just looks splattered. And I am doing first and second generation. Okay, let's see here. You can go in, you can put as much as you want or as little as you want. I'm going to make sure that some of the areas that I'm looking at have what I need. Okay, so that one is Glacier. Let's set that over there so it's where I need it. Okay, I'm going to assemble this base part right now. So I did put a lot of adhesive on this because this is a very delicate piece of paper right now with all of the embossing on it. It just really breaks down those paper fibers. So it would be a great one to sand too. It would really show the white on it since it is a white core paper. Always nice. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball these. So I want them to be kind of even at the top and the bottom. So I'll start with those, but I'm not going to push the top down because I need to make sure I line it up. And then I will have to lift this one back up. Oh, that's right. I will. I'll need to lift them all back up because I need to put a little bit of glue on them because it's really difficult to stick down things to this paper. Okay. There we go. Let me grab my glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here. And that'll keep it down a little better. You just want to put a bit. Not a whole bunch, you don't want it seeping out the edges. But because of this being embossed and the fibers being broken down so far, this will come off all the time. It'll still take stuff off though. Okay, so I want to put this down and then put some glue on here. Let's see here. I want this string about right there. Okay. Yeah, this is more where I wanted it. It was kind of in the center and not at the top. I probably should have put the happy birthday on this ahead of time too. Didn't think about that one. But for my class people, yours will already have that on there, so you won't have to worry about it. For people that are copying this this cut file, or not cut file, this card, you will want to put that happy birthday on there first. Okay, so we're going to use Lagoon ink. I know I'm using a lot of inks. And then right now this is kind of moved around, so I've got to re-put this down. And I will tell you what I did for this one in just a second. Okay. So one thing I do like about these Stamp Perfects is I can stamp it a couple times if I need to. Even if the magnet on this one doesn't keep it in place, I have it right up against the edge. Perfect. That looks fantastic. Okay, I'm going to set this aside so I don't get it all over me. And I know it's a huge one. This is one of my bigger ones because of the fact that I'm using the Slimline. I can move that over once I start just stamping these pieces because I won't be attaching them for other people's cards. Okay, so this happy birthday is from the Birthday Borders. And we've got this happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. I just cut off the happy birthday. I really like this font. It's got a, doesn't that just have the cutest little font? It's really cute. So I decided I wanted that, so I cut it. And I think it looks really cute on this card. Okay, so this base part is done. I'm going to flip this over and you're going to see a big boo-boo. One of the packs of paper I got a while back had this down the center of the lighter side, and so I only use this when I'm doing something for myself. any of the cards that I'm sending out for other people to make will not have any boo-boo cardstock. But I didn't want to waste it, especially since I was covering most of it up anyway, but you couldn't see it from the top anyway, the dark side. Okay, so there is this card base. Isn't that adorable and so simple? I mean, after I do all this work, yes, of course it's simple. Okay, so now we have the little ice cream pieces. Okay, so I'm going to grab this down here again. And this piece right here has one layer of foam tape. Now, I honestly recommend the Close to My Heart foam tape because this one, well, and there's others out there, is a little taller and you don't want that much depth. This one is thinner and we are going to be using, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 of these dots. And because I'm going with different sizes, I did try this one and it was just a little too bulky. And then it wasn't enough and I had to use 2 and it wasn't right. So stick with one pop tape. Don't use multiples. Also, you could probably just put this one flat if you wanted to. I decided I wanted this popped. So then the first layer, I just have adhesive right here at the bottom and one pop tape each, okay? The second layer, I have one pop tape each here because it's going to go a little bit onto this one. And so I didn't need to double up because I already have them there. And then 2 here at the top, 2 on each piece. This one is kind of free-flowing. And so I've got 2 in each spot. So there's 8 pop tapes on here. Okay, so that's what I did. Feel free if you're making this to do it however works for you. This was just my thoughts for me. I thought this was perfect for it. Oh, I'm putting that down a little too far. Also, if you do use Close to My Heart ones, be careful because they are not forgiving if you put it down there. In fact, I just pulled that up. But the nice part is I can add some more, well, make it dark. I can add some more blue or Glacier and it kind of takes away that boo-boo I had. Okay, so number 1 is this one, or number 3 technically, since we're building from the bottom. And we're just going to go like that. And this is all one height, okay? Now this one is going to add a little more height to it. I know a lot of pop tape on this one, but it's so worth it. Another thing is you could ink around these ice cream scoops. I did not, mainly because it is extremely time consuming. And like I said, I have 36 of these I'm making. Only 2 cards I'm putting together. The rest are kits, but I still have a lot of work to do for each one. Okay, there we go. So now we have the ice cream on there. Isn't that adorable? I really like this ice cream. Okay, I'm going to put these in the trash. And then the only thing left is some sequins. And I have Melon sequins. And then I have these, I don't know what color these are. These are just from my stash. And so everybody will get one of the yellow. These are really pretty yellow. One of these kind of it's a blue. It's basically Glacier. I mean, it matches right in there. And they're kind of clear. I don't, again, know what company this one's from. It could be Stampin' Up. It could be, I don't think it's Close to My Heart. Honestly, I don't know, and I'm so sorry. It's just from my stash is all I can say. So I'm putting one there, one here, and that covers these little guys. And then I need a glue dot, actually 2 glue dots. So with this one though, I have, oops, throwing them on myself. Oh, there's little hearts there. I didn't even see the hearts. We have to put a heart on here, I think. Let me look. I think we need a heart. Oh, it kind of gets lost. Nope, we're not going to do the heart. I'm not going to waste them. Feel free, if you do this card, to put a heart on there if you want to. So I'm just going to put a little glue dot on that one and put that there. And then I'm going to get another glue dot and I'm going to ball this one up. It's kind of like a booger. And put that right there. So we have a little one and a big one. We have a standard size, pretty much the same size as that one in Glacier. And I might have other things from Close to My Heart that has Glacier in it. What I liked about these was they have the glue dot already on them. And so when I was going through my sequins, I thought, oh, I'm just going to use that one. That's easy. And then the yellow one, of course, has it as well. And these are extremely staticky. These little hearts are so cute. I will have to do a shaker with these. I didn't realize they had hearts in them because I've never used these. I'm one of those, you know, buy it and keep it. And then when I see what's in it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to use that. So Melon sequins, they're fantastic. Okay. And then we're done with this card. It's got the happy birthday. It's really simple and cute, you know, because I've done all the work. If you're creating this, though, you would be doing all the work, and then you're going to be like, oh my goodness gracious. Now, it is totally worth it. It's an adorable, 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 adorable card. I can't say adorable enough. It's just fun. And it just feels nice, you know? It feels nice. I like it. So hopefully you do too. So here's the one we made today. Here's the other sample. And that's it for today. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for coming to play, and I will talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and play today. Please like and subscribe if you would like to see more of my videos. Leave a comment and have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.